And a good afternoon to you, rugby fans. Welcome to Marvel Field here in Providence, Rhode Island, where the Brown Bears get set to take on the Fordham Rams in a massive playoff implication match. I'm John Broker. I am joined by rugby guru Carrick Pell for this one. Carrick, beautiful day for it here.
Absolute epic rugby day in New England. We got a big battle up with Brown on off the heels of an Ivy League championship, and we got Fordham coming in 9-1.
And Brown, we're going to take a look at first here. Brown is 9-1 on the season. 9 wins, 59 points a game. Massive, massive implications. Big things for Brown today, Carrick. Number one, keep the faith. They beat Dartmouth last week. They got to keep that energy up. They got to get into the playoffs. Other things?
We got to keep them guessing today. Apparently, there's, they like to move the ball wide. Fordham is a big smash-up game, so hopefully they can get a little creative in the back line.
And exploit the width. Just keep that ball moving. Great things if Brown can make those happen. Been an exciting season for these Bears. Player to watch this team, key at outside center, is JT Dyer. 18-year-old from San Francisco. The key for him is to open up that outside, right? He's facing Pat Stack, great player, going to try to shut it down. He's got to open up the outside for Brown. They got to use the width of that field because this is a powerful Fordham team in the interior. Brown is coached by Dave LaFlamme. Jay Fluke is the director of rugby, and Oliver Julian is his assistant. Coach Flamme right there having a great season. And we will be right back to talk about Fordham. Now let's talk about the visiting Fordham Rams. This team lost to Brown, as you said, earlier in the season, Carrick. So this is a big moment for them. They have to learn from that. They have to come back. This is a play-in for them. All the cards are on the table. There's certainly a lot to see here. Coaching staff for Fordham, Federico Reinhardt, big experience there. Andrew Garali, been around the program for a long time. And Ben Foden, that is someone to have on your coaching staff right there, is the former England great for Fordham. What a tremendous staff there. Season so far, very interesting.
Yeah, John, they've got a 6-3 record, a big loss to Brown and a loss to Army, two really tough opponents. I think that they're a lot better than the record says.
Yeah, they also crushed some teams. I mean, Albany won 28-0, Stony Brook 63-8. They've had some good games here as well for them. So there's something brewing there. They got a lot of good players. We'll take a look at them. Big player to watch here is Patrick Stack with that fresh new do. He was the marvelous Mr. Mullet all season, but he's shaved it off. But what he has to do with the outside center is take on that team. He has to shut them down on the inside. He's to keep them on the inside, and he has to make Fordham take their chances. They have to go out and play. It's going to be a huge game for Pat Stack. And they're big game changers. What differences they have to make?
They're going to have to hit them hard up front. I know that Brown likes to get the...
And we are underway where Brown has kicked off. They are running right to left on your screen, wearing the brown and gray. And in the maroon with an early penalty advantage are the Fordham Rams. Didn't see quite what happened there. We're going to come back with a long probing kick in to the wing. Referee still has the advantage. We're going to come back for an early penalty. And nice long kickoff there. Good pressure from the Bears.
Absolute great pressure from the Bears. Real good decision by Fordham to send that ball long. If Brown doesn't make an adjustment, they get to play on the front foot downfield.
We have an early penalty here for the Rams. Nice kick put in there, and it finds its touch. We're going to have the first line out of the game here, Carrick. Big point here. We have a line-out operator, an Ollie Corbett here for the Brown team. He can disrupt some of these line-outs, so Fordham's going to have to make sure of this.
Absolutely. I know that the Adam Erbil is going to be looking to throw the ball in nice and tight. He's going to have to be disrupting. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Augustin Paniza to put this one in for the Rams.
Yep.
Goes over the top, winds up into the hands of the young freshman, Cortabaria. Immediately, he makes the midfield. Hands all over it here from the Rams. Let's see where they go, and they get that ball up into the hands of one of their waiting forwards here at Marvel Field, and off we go. Oh, little early knock on there, a little nerves coming in from Brown. We're going to have our first scrum of the day here as Brown moves it across midfield.
Definitely a little bit of anxiety. I think the home field, the fans, a little pressure to come off a big last week win. It's a little loose in the pants right now.
Yeah, certainly both these teams looking to make a big statement here. Brown had to make a couple of changes due to a couple of injuries here. Big Dan Archer is not starting in the front row, so taking his place at Joe Ahasso, who has had a good season in his own right, is going to put this one in at tight head, but our number 9, the scrum half, is Dylan Lewis, the sophomore from Rye, New York. but this is Fordham ball. Sorry, I was misseeing that for a second. Just getting myself going as we have Jamie Murray from Greenwich High School playing for the Rams now in the Bronx. And that ball quickly to the back. A good scrum there from the Rams. They're looking off to that side there through Andrew White. White puts that one wide. Good ground made quickly by the Rams. Penalty advantage.
Looks like we got Tom Bayeru on top of that high tackle in the corner over there.
Penalty advantage again here for the Rams. Let's see what they can do with this one. They're certainly playing with intent early on. Here comes the ball out to White again. White has a runner in the middle of the field. Big Ray Miranda, the senior business administration major, takes that one in. Now just a set of forwards off to the side here. The referee says nothing happened. Going to come back right in front for a penalty here for the Bears. A couple of early penalties from Brown.
Absolutely. I see three altogether. That high tackle got played through the advantage, and a little ill-discipline on the Bears' part today.
Fordham eyeing things up here. Looks like we're going to have an early shot at goal from Santiago Thompson from Buenos Aires, the fullback. Played his high school rugby at Greenwich High School.
In keeping with Fordham's goals for the day, making everything important, I feel like this is a really good decision. Take those early points, get on the board, establish yourself, and hopefully carry on through the next 75 minutes.
Thompson lines this one up. He has the distance. He does not have the accuracy. We're going to remain at 0 here. It will be a 22 drop kick for the Bears. They're going to want to get back down to the other end of the field and get a little rhythm here. They haven't had much offense early on in this game. Under 5 minutes still. But a little attempted trickery there. They're going to come back to Lanceneur from Aix-en-Provence, France. Played his high school rugby in Singapore. He hangs one high to the 50-meter line into the sun. And it is Murray. Murray moves that one out quickly. And an early knock on there. Let's see if the referee calls it intentional. He has done. Another penalty there by Brown. That one from Duncan Grant. A little over anxious there. So we're going to have another penalty for the Rams. Move this downfield. If Grant got a hold of that one, he was away.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's that man again, Santiago Thompson. High school All-American playing fullback for Brown. Moves that one downfield. Line-out option here being taken by the Rams. I would imagine we're going to see a good old Bronx maul right here.
That's quite the forecast, John.
It doesn't take a genius sometimes, Carrick.
But you are one. We'll go with that.
Ball up to the front. They come down with it despite Corbett's best intentions. Driving it forward are the Rams. Looking pretty powerful. Looking to get some early points.
Absolute Bronx
come away with it. That's the big man, Stack. Stack gets one back. They have runners out to the left-hand side. If they choose to go with them, White stuck a little bit. No one to go to. Runner's just a little bit too wide for him here. Fordham's going to have to tighten up those splits to get this going. Get it up to one of their big forwards there. He's just rumbling forward. Another set of forwards coming from in tight. And obviously this power game that Fordham is looking for that we talked about earlier is certainly underway. And a little show and go there from White. White finds a runner, and it is early try time here for the Fordham Rams. 5-0 Fordham. No one would have expected this, but we knew they were going to come out hard.
They were. They said they needed to take their chances today, and that's exactly what they've done. They went out wide, which is against what we all thought would be the game plan, and they took advantage of that.
They do have some of those great wide runners out there. I mean, Giovanni Sabelli is great out, Patrick Stack running wide, and Santi Thompson is a threat from all over the place. But that little show and go from White just made a huge difference to open it up on the outside.
Brown also gave a lot of pressure on that blitz defense, kind of opened up the outside when they came up a little disconnected.
This power game that Fordham is looking for. Take another look at it here. The ball comes out. You see White there just finds that gap, and he's got a runner outside.
And it is early try time here for the Fordham Rams.
5-0 Fordham. Try nonetheless for Thompson to try to convert here. 5-0 at the moment, going the Rams' way. Thompson taking his time. Pushes that one, and again, no good. We're going to be 5-0. Little work here to do for the hometown Bears as the head of steam early on certainly goes to the Rams. Good start for this Rams team. Under 10 minutes into this competition.
You know, John, Fordham seemed to be putting the pressure on, but Brown is absolutely shooting themselves in the foot with this.
Yeah, a number of penalties there. You're absolutely right. Just making it tough for themselves. They're going to have to get down the other field and play a little bit. You know, we thought this, they might early pressure from Fordham. They lost. I didn't think they expected to lose as they did to Brown last time. They built through the season, and they really want to come out here and put the pressure on early, and they're doing just that.
Absolutely. It's a big day for them. Oh, what a great kick. Just a bit missed on the ground. Can't have that ball touching the ground on the kickoffs, John.
It's going to be a line out here for the Rams. They've been solid in the line out so far. We'll see how they do. Was a nice high hanging kick from Lansanur there. But again, we have Paniza to put this one in. He's looking to the middle of the line out. Corbett can't get a hold of that one, but it's disrupted. Comes back Fordham way.
Great awareness by that Fordham line out. Recover that loose ball.
They've definitely done their homework on their last game to see what this Brown team is all about. Keeping it away from Corbett in the lineouts. Let's see what we have here. Looks like we're going to have a kick coming in from the back. Ball went straight back out inside.
Unfortunate.
So we're going to have a line out here for Brown. Great attacking opportunity. They really have to do something now and turn this around.
Absolutely. They definitely have to make the best out of this situation to level the board. And this is a great attacking platform inside the 22 with a good gap between the attack and the defense. Let's see what Brown can put together here.
It's going to be Eberly to put this in. Eberly, a key player for this team today, really shut things down. The senior from North Attleboro High School. Looking for Corbett in the front, nice and simple. Ball's down quick into the hands of Lewis. Lewis gets it out to Lansanur. Lansanur finds a runner in the middle of the field, and Santiago Cortabarria. His brother is on the bench, the two freshmen from Miami. Dyer moves that one out wide, gets the ball big into the hands of Antonio Estevez. Estevez gets it up, and it's down into the hands of Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee. Brown losing a little ground here, but they've got runners spread across the field taking it out there. Referee has seen not releasing against the Bears, and Brown penalized yet again.
That is 6 penalties in 10 minutes, Sean. That's a very tough hill to climb.
They had runners across the width there. Couldn't quite get the ball to him. We'll see what they do here, but now it's going to be a line out for Fordham right at midfield under this beautiful Providence sky right now as we take another look here.
Ball looks to be a little sloppy, disconnected on the ground. Oh, absolute.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, got to play the game on our feet.
Absolutely, we do. And one goes into the middle of the lineup. Another messy one comes into the hands of Brown. Brown on the run. See where they try to connect here. That's Ollie Corbett. Ollie Corbett, a little offload there. Beautifully done.
There's some good offload rugby.
What work is going on here for this team? Matt
Mitchell. Really bad decision there.
Makes an errant pass. Winds up in the hands of a Brown player. They're inside their 22. And a chance to clear their line, but a little finally adventurous work there from Brown. Ball is back into Fordham hands. A little pressure on there. Is it going to make touch? Has done just around the 50-meter line. Brown ball. Lansanur is going to go quick. Lansanur gets the ball to Estevez. Estevez gets the ball in the middle of the field. They've got runners here. Dyer looking for a 50-22, and he's got the cannon to do it, but winds up into the hands of one of the Rams, and they return it with interest, keeping that ball in field for Lansanur to run back on. Lansanur, talented sophomore, is going to hoof that one back. Little kick tennis going on at the moment. We'll see where they decide to go with this one. He's behind the 22, but he's not going to look for that 50-22. Corbett knocks someone ahead. It was a knock-on by the Rams, and they have knock-on advantage here, but they're going to run. Here go the Bears. All action for the last couple of minutes. Taken away by the Rams. Doesn't seem as referee Barrios saw that clear knock-on before the kick ahead by Corbett. Rams take another one. They're working hard around that contact area. Smart play. Estevez looks for the block but can't get it. Hudson Lee waiting for that one. Hudson Lee takes it cleanly. He steps one. Hudson Lee heads towards the center of the field. Great work there. Gets the ball into the hands of one of his waiting forwards. They're going to need to clean these up. Have done. Lewis out to Alhasso. Alhasso offloads one. Goes to the ground and gets it through. Lansanur has runners out wide if they can get it. Here comes JT Dyer. He puts in the pass just a little behind there. They've got multiple runners out here. Where can they go? Headed towards the try line they are. And the leveler for Brown. Try awarded. Great work there on that width.
Wow, that was outstanding ball movement from one edge of the pitch to the other. A lot of offloads, quick feet, quick hands, good decisions all the way through the forwards to the backs to the corner. Exactly what we expect Brown to see today.
Yeah, Brown plays a very wide game, and they haven't been able to get into it. Great defense there as we take a look at it here. Here comes the ball wide. And quickly into the hands. They're going to give the ball to Dyer there. Dyer's got some runners. Look, numbers wide all the time for this Brown team. It's hard to defend. And certainly there they are. Can't get the number on the try scorer.
I could tell you Fordham's mistake on that was definitely not getting that full defense coming around, flopping around the other side, that nobody folded, opened up the gap for the inside ball, then once they bit in, had to take it outside.
Those game breakers we talked about before the game, they need to exploit that with Brown, and they did it right there.
Yes, they
did. We talked about Patrick Stack. Like, he's got to be pulling those players out. Need somebody to run. Maybe it's not Stack. Maybe it's not the guy that runs their defense. He's a heck of a player. But they need somebody to start pulling people out wide and say, look at these numbers, because that's where Brown is very strong. Kick from Lansanur, and we are tied at 5. No good for that kick, meaning we're tied at 5, for anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about. Just about 12 minutes into this first half action here for an NCR playoff play-in game. Winner of this game takes on somebody from across conference as they head towards a mid-December, 13th or 14th finals in Houston. Going to be some great rugby coming up this fall.
Looking forward to seeing the pathway to the challenge, to the championship, and it'll be a nice warm day in Houston versus how we'll be living up here like that.
You've jinxed me. It's going to be the worst day I've ever known in Houston now, but here we go. Brown underway again here at Marvel Field. Big power coming on. They know what they have to do. Ooh. They have to do some running. They have to knock these guys back. Referee says he didn't release the ball. Not sure I agree with that from referee Barrio. Player was not really held on the ground, but penalty against them. And Fordham, an opportunity to take the lead here with an easy shot in front for Santiago Thompson.
That call is a very questionable gray area in every game situation. It happens sometimes. You get tackled down, don't get to finish. Oh,
yeah, you saw that. Like, he didn't really get held. He got
didn't
back
get
up.
held. He was on easy. And actually, the ball looked like he released it to the ground straight below, picked it up, and continued movement.
The referee has a better seat than we do.
He absolutely does, and no matter how much we disagree, we can't change that call.
Thompson. Wind coming a bit from behind his back, with slightly cross field here. He's missed his first 2. And has no problem with that one. We're at 8-5, Fordham over Brown here in this exciting matchup as we continue to roll forward. Things looking good here for the Rams. Just too many mistakes creeping in from Brown at the moment.
John, I've got a 8-0 penalty count. That is a really tough battle they're building for themselves. And this is playoff rugby. These teams are not out here to mess around and give an easy ride.
Like we said, the Brown came off one of their biggest wins in years last week. So just, I think they can't just ride on their laurels, as we said. Big game against Dartmouth doesn't count for anything unless you win this one. And off they go. Rams able to take down that kickoff. Looking for a kicker in the back. And once again, hoofed up the way of Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee keeps it in field. He's got some runners. He's got Lansanur. Lansanur is going to move that ball across field. Gets it into Estevez's hands. Estevez pushes off one. Estevez makes a big break across the 50. He needs some friends to join the party and win the ball. Have done. Lewis under pressure. They're going to be able to hold on to it. They got a massive amount of numbers out here to the left-hand side if they can come.
This is exactly how Brown wants to play.
This is what they want to play.
Wide,
Cortabaria.
edge to edge.
He is the man made of elastic. He can get through everything, this young freshman. Good pressure coming in from the number 3, Griffinetti. Master's in tax graduate student at Fordham, playing number 3 for this team. Brown able to drive that one forward a little bit. Runners again. Good spread defense here a little bit more. Here's Ollie Corbett. Corbett gets a little pass up there.
Nice handling skills there by Brown.
Great work, Matt Mitchell. Matt Mitchell on the break here. Matt Mitchell loses a runner, but gets it to Cortabaria, and the freshman from Milan Jesuit touches down. What a player he is developing into.
He is a scrappy player.
As I said, he's the man made of elastic. He just seems to get through everything and pop up off the ground. It's just incredible.
You know, this all starts out with some great handling by Brown's Matt Mitchell. He definitely gets through that gap, grabs the ball off of his hip, finds the offload, is aware enough not to make that silly pass, brings it into contact, and they continue on. Absolute brilliant rugby.
So we are at 10-8. Lansanur, wind against him a little bit, can move this one forward. Ball rolls off the tee here. You can tell the wind is going pretty well.
Good strong cross breeze, working in Fordham's favor clearly.
Lansanur lines it up, steps towards it, and just pushes into the wind off the left-hand side. We are just at halfway of the first half, 20 minutes in here at Marvel Field, and it is 10-8, the hometown Bears. Another look at the try here.
Absolutely, Matt Mitchell making the right decision there, giving the dummy, taking contact, offloading to Cortabaria, whose work rate seems to be relentless at this point. I'm excited to see how he holds up the last 20.
Cortabaria, he's quite a player. He's got a motor. Long this time from the Rams, goes off the foot of the player, so they're good to go. And just a little kick there. I think he was trying for touch, but no such luck. Knocked forward off the Rams player, hoofed forward. Little mistake in the sun there for Giovanni Sabelli, the Sewell, New Jersey player from native from St. Augustine's Prep. Knocks it on.
You know, couldn't have been any more a tactically technical knock on. It caught the ball going the other direction and managed to knock it on. I've seen that happen before.
I think I have. We just saw it.
Well, we just saw it right there. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it's
Thanks
a tricky
for that replay
one.
for two times in a row.
It's a tricky one. Dylan Lewis, the Rye, New York native, played for Pelham Rugby. Good pressure here coming from the
great scrum by Fordham.
Again, Dan Archer missing it at the tight head spot right now. He's on the reserve bench. He makes a big difference in the scrum here, not rolling away.
Well, we have an advantage here to Brown.
And that's just silly right there. That Fordham players.
Yeah. Looked like he was making the effort to roll away, but it doesn't matter what your intent is. It's what your actions are.
Dyer with the cannon. Puts that one down there inside the 40-meter line of the Brown Bears. It is going to be Brown line out here. Another opportunity. Let's see if they go for the maul, use their width. They've got a number of options here, this team.
I feel like the line out's secure on their ball. They've got really strong jumping. Great target. The hooker's throwing darts, even in this wind.
Eberle, a biochem and molecular biology major. That's up and a little loose there from Corbett. They get into the midfield. A couple of pop passes off the hands there come down. Lansanur, but referee Barrio sees another holding in against Brown, and they are making those mistakes. Here they come. These players should have been back 10, I believe. That's Griffinetti, the big man right there. And they want to waste no time. Do the Rams. Castleman, the big man, takes it in. Houston, Texas native.
Another penalty.
And another penalty here. This is really starting to roll here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a card, as referee Barrio is going to want to have a conversation. So we'll just wait for him to bring the captain in here.
You know, John, this is going to be that conversation where the referee says, sort it out. These are all multiple different penalties.
Yeah. And we heard what he said right there. He's just little quick chat there from referee Barrio, and it's going to be a penalty here for the Rams. Rams push that one down inside the 22. And it's their line out, chance to retake the lead for them here, just 2 points down.
Here you go, buddy, right here.
And just over halfway through this first half, 23 minutes in.
Let's go, Fordham. Take a step in. Free. Hold on. You guys are moving too much. Okay, set the mark right there, please. Here's your channel. Perfect. Take a step back. That's it. Good. Perfect. Thank you.
Line out here.
Goes to the back.
Yeah, taken down. They're going to go for the maul. Is Fordham using that power. We've seen it so far today, inching their way forward.
Thank you.
Ball out into the middle of the field. Big run from Stack. He's well tackled. See what they can do here. Is players coming around the side, set it forward. A little slow to set up there for Fordham, allowing Brown time to get that together. Going to keep coming in this same direction. That's White. He was so integral for in that early try, and a good step inside there.
Nice slashing run.
Now they go wide. They're looking for the corner. Do they have it? They have a tackler from Brown. It is right on the line there. Let's see where they can get to. A little bit in the shade for us here. As the fight continues, ball up in the air. Not sure who winds up with it there, but it looks like Brown has stolen that one. Great work by the Bears in the shady corner of this field. And we are back together.
That was actually some shady rugby in the shade.
We couldn't see it. Hopefully the rest of the players could see it. A little tough from our vantage point here, but penalty this time against Fordham after all that good work, and Brown going to be able to clear their lines.
Big pressure valve release right there. Just a lot of pressure from Fordham. A little slow at the breakdown to allow Brown to fold and to get reconnected on that defensive line.
And it'll be a line out right at their own 40-meter line for the Brown Bears. Again, we're at 10-8. Brown over Fordham in this play-in match for the National Collegiate Rugby Playoffs. See what the decision is here. Corbett takes that one cleanly. Last one was a little trouble. We want to clean that up. Launches Newer, gets it in the middle of the field. That's that man, Cortabarra. He always finds a way just to wriggle through that gap. Lewis back again to Dyer. Dyer's got Corbett. Corbett's got a runner. There it goes again. It looks like Estevez. Estevez has a runner. He gets it down to Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee huffs that one off, and it is well done there to Duncan Grant. Duncan Grant headed towards the line, and the senior from Brookline, Massachusetts is going to dot it down under the post, and that's the danger man.
That is a danger man. That's also one of those heady rugby plays from an experienced guy out there. Sees the kicking's having a little bit of a challenge. Let's put a little extra work in to get it center post so we get that easier conversion.
We'll see it again here, but I mean, Ollie Corbett's work here is incredible.
Incredible work. You know, great gap, a good tip pass hitting that off the top of the spear. And Hudson Lee drawing that defender, sticking him to the ground, dropping the pass right in the breadbasket to number 11.
Duncan Grant. And that kick is good, so we are moving on here to 17-8. Brown has the lead here as the first half wears on. Fordham, great early pressure in this game. They're going to want to do something off this kickoff here. As I said, take your chances. Everything's important. They got time right now.
This is one of those moments in a game where a team can decide to take a little bit of a bump and clam up a bit. Fordham needs to really ratchet up on this kick. They need to compete for it. Don't give the ball to Brown with all that space in the back line.
That's that width we were talking about. That's the important thing for Brown, is to be able to play. You know, they got players and runners spread across the field everywhere. Their system, system is flexible to allow creativity.
That's a much better kickoff from Fordham. Competitive ball. allow their big boys to get in there and make some.
Yep. Ball up to the forwards now.
Release. Thank you.
Lewis looking for Lance-Noor, but has to take a couple steps. Lance-Noor high into the sunlight. Thompson able to take that one. Thompson eyeing up the field. Thinking about a 50-22 if he can find it, but puts it back to Lance-Noor in the middle of the field. Lance-Noor is going to look to find a runner. Lance-Noor is going to have a run. Lance-Noor is such a tremendous setup player. Doesn't take on the line too often, but comes out on the better side of it that time. Little pop up into the middle of the field. Another little line break. Bears starting to roll now. Starting to get a little ahead of steam. Dyer spots some space in back. Dyer gets it back there. Work here for the Rams. We are going to come back. Referee Barrio has spotted something, a penalty against the Rams. I didn't see what that one was.
Definitely an offside right at the breakdown there. Just putting a little too much pressure and contestation into the ruck. I feel like Fordham should really look at spreading that defense instead of bothering with the breakdown. It's not helping them out any.
Absolutely. Ball is not going. Whoop, ball is going to make touch. Rolls right through one of the players there. Bit surprised. Tough there. Must have been. I mean, we're seeing the sun on this side as well, but a little tough there for that that man, Giovanni Sabelli.
Brown, let's go. Let's go.
Brown line out inside the 22. Another great opportunity here. Let's see if they can convert. Gonna go to the middle this time. They've got the people there. Ball a little messy. Lewis is able to get a hold of it. Lance-Noor has some runners. Where's he gonna go? Not surprisingly, it's the Cortabaria. He is well held that time. Ball coming back across, out behind a player there. Hudson Lee has the room. Hudson Lee is through. Hudson Lee is headed to the try zone, and the Brown Bears finally starting to hit pay dirt, finally starting to shake off some of that excitement rust from the big win last week against Dartmouth.
Absolutely. They look like they're settling down a bit. You know, it's one of those things where a team like Brown, you can't give them an inch. They give them that opportunity off that penalty kick that bounced out into touch, and that's a team. Great teams capitalize on silly mistakes.
Coach LaFlamme looking a little more pleased with his charges at this point. Expressing to them all week how important it is to take this game by game now as you go into the playoffs. Lance-Noor lines this one up. Lance-Noor, another freshman. East Asia Singapore captains, 2021 MVP in Singapore. Slots that one, and we're at 24.
He found that Kentucky windage and pushed it right into the wind to have it curl right back through the post. Excellent decision.
And just like that, we're at 24-8 here. Fordham, Little Mountain coming up in front of the Rams. Ball's down to Jack Forgione, and there he is.
There he goes.
Forgione, the crowd favorite, makes a big break. Estevez, the number 8, gets through Thompson. He's winding his way across the field through red jerseys. Gets the ball to Cortabaria. Cortabaria is going to take on a crowd of Rams. And here we go, the ball up to Big Aljoa Hasso, and it spills over him. Turned over off a bunch of great work there by Brown. A little unfortunate. Cover defense just doing their job for the Rams. And that one into touch, but the Rams will have another opportunity. But they are starting to get on fire here.
Shifting gears. They went from first gear kind of in four-wheel drive low, trying to get it out of the rut. Now they're moving up into the 5th gearbox. And once they open the doors, I think Fordham's going to have a really hard time slowing it down.
Captain, let's go.
Referee Barrio telling the Brown Bears he'd like a quicker game. We're starting to get gridiron football huddles out here on occasion. Corbett comes down with that one. Lewis to Lance-Noor. Lance-Noor goes to Cortabaria yet again. They might want to think about changing that one up. That's been a bit of the same thing. And this is that play coming back across there. Now it's in Eberle's hands. Eberle across the 22 gets essentially thrown down to the ground by one of the Brown players. Ball comes clean here for Lewis. Lewis is looking for a runner. And the sideline is going to take charge over everybody. And it's going to be a line out here for the Rams, but inside their own zone. They're going to have to be sure of this one.
Fordham's going to have to start making their one-up tackles.
Take another look at it here. Referee just wants to have a word. And a penalty now against the Rams. We'll see what they decide to do. Ali Corbett pointing towards the corner. Word coming in from the captains. That's what they'd like to do, is take a line out down there. 22-8 as our half rolls on here at Marvel Field on the east side of Providence. 33 minutes gone, about 7 minutes to go in the half. Brown line out, opportunity to extend their lead here.
This could be a big dagger.
They're going to go to the tail. And not straight. We're going to come back here for an option for the Rams. They're going to take a scrum there, just about 15 meters in it'll be, and a lost opportunity for the Bears.
Absolutely is, but something tells me they're going to create a few more in the next 6 to 7 minutes.
They have the personnel to do it.
Okay, here we go. Crouch. Mind. Set.
Ball coming in. Moraes, Greenwich High School product, gets that one. The big number 8, Pelayo Rodriguez, comes off the back. They clean that one. They got Griffinetti, the big fella.
Get out of there.
John Griffinetti rolls that one in, and that's going to be safe, but the referee is going to spot Brown not rolling away. And another penalty against the Bears here.
Move him to the side, please.
A little injury moment here for the Bears. Somebody might be a little blood there. We'll see what's going on.
Okay. 1 second, buddy. Yeah, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes to the half.
Referee lets the teams know we have 6 minutes to go in the half. The Rams push one out. We're going to have a line out here for the Rams just inside their own half. 6 minutes to try to start to climb this hill.
We talked about the mountain that Brown put in front of them, in front of themselves with the penalties, and it seems to be reversed now, where Fordham is building their own mountain of mistakes.
Yeah, they made a few mistakes here. They came a little better on that one and had the penalty. They're going to go to tail the line out. And that one, it does not go straight from where I was standing, which was right in front of it. The referee spots it as well. So we're going to come back here. It's going to be a line out for the Bears. They've opted to go aerial with this one.
Well, when you've got a guy like Ali Corbett jumping at the line out spot, and the darts that have been thrown, this is a no-brainer with the extra width in the attack. Oh,
Corbett can't quite hang on to that one, but it comes down sooner or later. The ball's gone back. Brett Geis, haven't seen a lot of him, the junior from Williamstown, New Jersey, St. Joe's Prep. Gets it there. Lewis takes one on his own, but can't find Estevez. Fights his way in into the ground. Fordham players are going to have to release Corbett. He's going to pick and go off of that one. He finds a little space there. Good work by Ali Corbett. Ball out to some of the big units here. There he is again. Brett Geis, 6'2", 230. Puts it all into that one. Lansanur has the width there to Dyer. Dyer goes real far, but can't quite hang on to it there. Ball out to the wing. And unfortunate for Peter Smith. Couldn't quite hang on to that one.
There's that Fordham defense again. They're very compressed around the breakdown, expecting those big Brown runners to come through. And that's what's going to open it up for Peter out on the wing.
And you can see the ability of Lansanur there. He can just, and Dyer, they can put in those 15-meter passes and just change the entire point of where the game is being
into
played.
The wind on the darts.
Yeah.
Throwing darts today.
Crouch! far back. That's going to collapse. You got to get forward, okay? Move up. There you go. Thank you. Your heads have to be aligned. You can't be one on the other. It's going to collapse the scrum. Joseph, want to get back on that side? Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold.
There's that big Brown push.
Yeah, Brown absolutely getting the squeeze on there. It's taking a little bit of time. Scrum half under pressure there is Moraes. He's going to have to get that one back. Fordham forced to wrap back around. Looking for a little pick and go here. Looking for some magic late in this first half. Would love some more points on the board. Brown tries to steal it. They're going to keep it with Griffinetti.
I got it.
And a penalty here against assumedly Griffinetti for not releasing that one. The Don Bosco prep grab.
Oh, big power step.
And that is dangerous here because there are numbers out wide. If they can get it out there.
Another power step.
What a bump off. Here we go. Getting into the hands there, into the inside center.
Release.
Excellent work there. Campbell O'Connor wearing 12. Zeller couldn't make the game today.
Bad break
William
for
Zeller.
Brown.
Little break, yeah. Unlucky there. It's going to be a Fordham scrum.
He had to release the ball.
Brown just really flipping the ball around really accurately. Look at this replay here. Griffinetti
2 minutes remaining.
unable to get the ball out from his contact situation. Brown takes it quick. Big bump step.
Correct.
You got two of those big power steps in there, looking like a little rugby league action. And then there it goes out to the horses. And another big bump step.
Just power coming in from this Brown Bears team.
Crouch.
Ivy League teams not always known for their physicality, known for some skilled and smart play.
Hold.
But certainly right there they showed the power. A little more squeeze comes in from the Brown scrum. Pressure on the Rams.
Get out of there. Offside. Brown, number 9.
The runner's coming out to the right-hand side there. Not going to go the distance. His foot was in touch. Assistant referee didn't see it. Ball back in here to the Rams. Comes across there to White. They're trying to move this one across field. Stack drops it. Going to come back here for another penalty against the Bears.
It's like a little offside.
30 seconds left. There you go. 30 seconds.
And we're almost at 40 minutes here on the game clock. We're in a almost referee's time for this first half.
The heat's going to be on Tom Beirut to get this call straight, if it's going to be a line out down the middle or not, you know?
We
Looks
shall
like
see.
got
Referee
eagle in the
Barrios'
eye,
win is a
Scott.
tough one.
Time has expired.
Referee says time's expired. That was not very straight. Like a
Not much arguing that one.
no. That's bowl of spaghetti right there. Twisting and turning. We're going to have time here for a scrum for the Bears. One last opportunity in this first half.
Brown ball.
That indicates a little shift in the game here from Brown's mindset because
Yeah, you're right. They have been taking, taking a line out, so taking the scrum on this one. We're taking a look at that. Yeah, there's not straight, and there's that. It was a little off. Everybody's a tough day, so hookers everywhere feel for him.
Brown opted for this scrum tells me that their mindset is that last one they had was a little dominant, and Fordham seems to be getting a little bit, lay off the gas a little bit.
And they tried to get the ball to Dyer there, or they did get the ball to Dyer there, and Dyer could not get the ball quite out the back, but they're going to maintain possession of this and just kick it right in a touch and get done with this half. Referee Barrios spots it. Referee Barrios says that's it for our first half. At the end of first half action here, it is Brown 24-8 of Fordham. We are playing for a playoff spot here. That is the end of our first half. We're going to come back with second half action right after this.
This is Brown's B team, I think. I don't see a lot of their A-side players.
Yeah, they've said that they're pretty banged up. That's why they're not going to be playing a B-side team.
That's okay.
So I'm thinking that.
I think there's a combination between the two of them.
Yeah, just probably their
I see some of
A-minus.
their A players, but I don't see all of them.
I think it's their A-minus squad.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. But it's a good game all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I think for them.
Had their opportunities.
Exactly.
But they came out hard.
Yeah, but
And,
guess what? They scored on every single opportunity they had.
Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that,
Nope, all set.
you know, I was just saying is that, I mean, they just can't handle the ball.
And welcome back to Marvel here. We are at second half action of this NCR play-in game where Fordham Brown is visiting, and they have 8 points, and they are trailing Brown 24-8. We're second half action. John Broker with Carrick Pell
Captain.
getting ready for the second half. It is going to be a great one. Stick with us here at Marvel Field as Fordham is going to be running right to left on your screen in the maroon, and Brown, wearing brown, is coming from the left. Hit in the air, I thought there was Brown, but they have some runners out wide, and they have some width here already. The big fella Estevez comes through. He gets through one, he gets through two.
Get out of there, Seven. Get out of there.
Third, Griffinetti slows him down. And we are underway here, looking good. Brown, a little chip through. They have a little more wind behind them this time. See, they choose to use it. Hudson Lee is coming down on this one. Very well handled there. It was Smith coming in with them there.
That's fine.
Fordham going to have some work to do here, Carrick, but a penalty against Fordham really early. And Carrick, let me ask you, you're down 24-8. Got a lot of work to do. What's that coach saying to them at halftime?
No cheeky stuff. You got to get up.
Definitely going to tell the boys it's all about taking our chances. We got to hit them hard, like we talked about at the beginning of the game. It's also back yourself. You know, if you bring it hard. That's what you got to do. And more importantly, play each try, each breakdown, each concession. Do that every small steps, baby steps.
Great. 24-8, not insurmountable, right? You can go back from 24-8.
Absolutely.
But it takes some work, and that penalty
None of that
against
stuff on my pitch.
Fordham,
Here you go.
probably not their
Right
best
here.
opportunity
Here.
for that,
Play
as
rugby,
Brown
boys.
has an early attacking line out here inside the 22 of this Rams team. They're going to go to the line out. Looks like they're going to go to the tail. They do, and again, slips over, but down into the hands of one of the Brown players, and they are on the roll, 10 meters out.
Ball's clean.
Kicking and going. Referee Barrio on the
Nope,
spot.
it's not there.
Are they going to
It's
go
not there.
wide with this
Advantage,
one?
not
Are they going to try to
rolling
go tight with this one? We have an advantage.
Not rolling
against
away, going back
Fordham
here.
for not rolling. We have a penalty at the 5-meter line for the Bears. Let's see what they decide to do. Ball
Hold on, I got a timeout.
is
Yep,
in
hold
Dylan
on.
Lewis's hands. Player down here, I think,
Time.
for Fordham.
Head, he's off.
Come out and have a
Need a
check
sub.
here.
Head and head.
And good early opportunity for Brown here.
the captain.
5 meters out, lots of opportunity, lots of options. They put these points on the board, it goes a long way.
This is that moment where if Fordham can relieve the pressure in this situation,
you have to be behind
they've
the
got
line.
some fresh air. If not, Brown's got their foot on the throat and they're going to keep going forward.
Take a look at it here. They're just big piles of bodies. They're headed towards the line. Don't quite see where the player gets injured. Of course, we don't want to dwell on that ever, but Brown gets another penalty there. This player's not rolling away for the Bears. Referee Barrio just coming back to the penalty. Again, player just getting looked at here. We'll just hold off for a second while they take care of that. He's up and he's happy. That's John Lally, the senior
5, you
from
good?
Flanders, New Jersey.
Okay, time on. Here we go. Okay. Go ahead. Yep.
Brown. Runners on the move here. Put it up to Corbett. Corbett.
Tackle,
First one
tackle,
gets to
tackle.
Brown. Right under the post, right in front. They go to a second wave spot
Offsides,
there.
advantage.
Big hit coming in
Advantage,
from
advantage.
the Rams. Try to stop this one. They're going to go back the other way. Looks like they want a forward try here. Let's see what they decide to do. The ball comes to Lonsanur. Lonsanur puts a one-on-one out there. Gets the ball into Grant's hands. Grant can't find the line.
Here, stay here, stay here.
Now
Still
back
advantage.
waiting forward there. That's Estevez. Estevez, so impressive for this team is Estevez, captain of
No.
the Portuguese U18 team.
Going back here,
And another
offside.
penalty against the Rams here.
Hold it, 1
Trying to
second,
build
time.
in that 5-meter
Captain,
area.
please.
These penalties, Carrick.
Stay there, captain.
That's going to make it really tough here for
Twice, okay?
referee
One was
Tom
offside,
Bayrou
one's
to
not
make the
rolling away.
decision.
Talk to your
Probably
team,
giving
you
the
know,
warning
for
there
twice,
that
okay?
the next foul is going to be a penalty try.
Indeed, he did there. Talked to the captain, Ray Miranda, from Buffalo. Played his high school rugby Canisius to the captain, and he's had to tell his team, you know, too many more of these, we're going to be down a man, and that's about the last thing we need at the moment. On the run they go. There's Estevez, the big Portuguese player.
I saw him touch
barrels
it.
over
I'm right
and
here.
scores a
I saw
try.
it.
Early try here for the Bears, and they extend their lead to 29-8.
Yes, you did have an arm under there, but the tip touched the ground. I was right there, guys.
I got you.
Yeah, right there. All set, thank you.
Kick right in front here. Should be pretty straightforward. We're taking a
After
look
the
at
kick.
it here. Estevez, just too much power.
Really strong structure rugby here. You know, work it to the left a couple phases.
And that one is good.
Yep,
We're at
come here, please.
31
Yep,
to the good for the Bears.
got it.
And
Thank you.
Fordham
Great job.
has
Great
a
job.
second half. Just a couple
Okay,
of
thank
minutes
you.
in.
You're the captain now, Patrick? Thank
Keeps
you.
rolling
13.
for
Got it.
Brown. Powerful start from the Rams. It's been since the middle of the first half, since they shook off a little rust there. It's been all Brown.
Knock on. Another knock on.
Santiago Thompson puts that one up. It doesn't make 10 on the first bounce. It bounces backwards.
What would you like?
That's not what you want when you have to get back in the game here for the Rams. So it's going to be a scrum here for Brown right at midfield.
Well, it's hard mud.
Giving Brown another attacking platform right after
It's not bad,
big,
boys.
strong set piece from them phase play. isn't exactly helping out.
Better than
this,
Asperger.
Fordham
Good.
Ram
It's fine. This is hard rock.
team here.
Crouch. Bind. Drive, boys. Set. Hold.
See where they decide to go. They've got runners off
Stay.
either way. They're going
Thank
to
you.
come this way to Lewis. Lewis is going to find a runner in Latsanor. Latsanor is going to wrap it around the back. A little chip forward.
Directly back here.
Miscue there from the fullback Hudson Lee, and it goes straight into touch. So we're going to have a line out here for the Rams just inside the half of this
Fordham,
Brown
here's your
Bears
mark.
team.
Brown, here's your mark right here, okay?
Tough wind here for
Take a step
Paniza.
in. Hey, move over. Tell your team to move over. Guys, back up. Get out of there.
Coming to the front, Corbett gets his hands on it, but
Fine.
comes back into the hands of a Fordham player. On a little bit of a roll they go.
Yep.
Up to awaiting, powerful forward there, just off the side. Not a lot of width here for the Rams at the moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whistle and ball turned over there. Great work by Jack Forgione. He is absolutely
Hold on
a
to the
fan
ball.
favorite, as I said before, and turns over that one. The freshman from Del Barton School, really making his presence felt since he came in late in the first half.
You know, really tough defense there by Brown. They're filling in the gaps.
And there you see Forgione in the back, just waiting a second and then pounces. Just knows right when to get in there. When that weak moment happens, to get his hands on that ball and forces a turnover from the Rams.
You know, that ball carrier's got to remember his job's not over until that ball's played away from the back of the ruck. He just seemed to give himself no chance to get that played back.
That one to
Down.
Corbett. No
Stay back,
problem.
stay
They're
back.
gonna Go for a maul here
Maul,
on the Brown
maul.
Bears. They're about
You guys can come.
28 meters out, headed towards the 22-meter line. Shucking Rams players off the
Stay
side.
outside. Stay on. Get on. Get onside. Get onside. You're on last foot. Last foot. Last foot.
Is
Use
adding
it. There you go.
insult to injury with that power ball out into the back line. Little switch back
Right.
into O'Connor. O'Connor has one man on him. O'Connor gets to the line, and O'Connor touches
Nope.
it down.
Double move.
Try
Double move.
awarded
Can't do
here
that.
for the Bears. What a great
Double move.
Excuse me.
It was a penalty there.
Double
missed that.
move.
Against
Yeah,
them.
momentum. That you rolled
sun's
again.
kinda
Can't do
bright.
that. Here,
Would have been a great try for O'Connor. Great run, but we're going to come back for a penalty as the referee says he took a little too much time
right
rolling
there.
on
Yeah,
the
the
ground
5.
to get there.
Fine, that's fine.
We'll take a look at it here. Look at this angle back in.
Great switch. Looks like referee Tom Breyer
Unfortunate.
called
Can't double move.
not releasing the ball, playing the ball on the ground.
he said he
Let's
just took
move
too
over
many
this way
efforts
because
at
of
it
the mud
With this
puddle
wind
here.
coming across, Fordham doesn't make too much ground. Ball to Corbett.
Maul,
Taking that
fine.
one against the Rams.
Drive.
A defensive maul now from Brown. I think they're pretty
One.
confident in their defensive lineout abilities sometimes.
Absolutely.
Use it.
You know, earlier in the
Get
game,
on
we
last
saw
foot.
the Bronx
Last
maul by
foot.
Fordham, and we've seen
There you
two
go.
Federal Hill mauls here for
It
Brown.
certainly is. Brown continues on
Stay.
the run here. They got players wrapping around. Corbett is hit from Lansanor. Corbett hands off one. Corbett
Big,
finally
strong
tracked down, but not before we can release that ball.
Advantage.
And it spilled forward. Unfortunate
Knocked
there. That looked
in.
like it
Gonna
may
have a
have
scrum
been.
here. Knocked in.
Can't see the number
Campbell
there. Sorry,
O'Connor,
Shane.
number 12.
Knocked.
Campbell O'Connor spills that one forward.
Sniffing that goal line pretty intensely there. Two in a row.
See if he gets a third shot here. So we have another look. There's Corbett just offloads that one and just slips out of the hands here as he's trying to hand a player off. Tough luck. But it's going to be a scrum here at their own 5-meter line for the Rams.
Here we go. Get in here. Okay, thanks, buddy. Okay,
Going to need to take this one cleanly.
got it. Crouch.
About 8 minutes into this second half
Bind!
action here at Marvel Field.
Set. Hold. Hold. Ball's out. Ball's out.
Off the back they come. Well done there.
Stolen.
Big fella Pelayo Rodriguez adds a lot
Yep,
to this
that's
team.
clean. Get you. Yep.
Playing at number 8.
Nope, I got it. Ball's there. Ball's there.
Fordham players lined up. Kick to come. Just looking to take some pressure off, but outside of their own 22.
That's fine.
Brown should have a lineup, but they're going to go quick here. They want to run, and here comes Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee gets the ball to JT Dyer. JT Dyer's got some work to do, puts a little step in there, heads in the middle of 3 people. Good players there to clean that up. Ball to Campbell O'Connor for a 3rd shot at the line. And this time they're over the line. Didn't see if it was him, but
No denied again.
no denial for that is right, Carrick. They want to play quick. It's the game speed of this Brown team right now that's making a difference.
Oh, it is absolutely so quick. They are almost just a little ahead of themselves, a little over the front foot. If they can reel that excitement in, it's going to definitely result in some converted points instead of a pressure valve release for Fordham.
The Windy City native Campbell O'Connor from Chicago. Big rugby experience there. Chicago High School selects. Played Chicago Lions. Chicago area selects.
Gotta feel bad for Campbell Connor. That's 3 goes at the line, and he hasn't got 1 to count yet.
Yeah. Nice strike by Lancenor. The wind coming across. Great hit by the French-born Singaporean-raised player, and we're at 38-8. 30 points in it with 30 minutes to go. A lot of time for Brown to run this up. Fordham really needs to do something here, Carrick.
They've got to ratchet up. They've got to sink into their souls a bit. Play for that passion in their chest to get that pride going. It's going to be a tough battle if they start to give in. Little thumbs up from Joey Kimimea, rugby legend in New England.
One of the assistant referees today. Assisting referee Barrio. Up into the sun, but well taken down there by Forgione. Forgione, another player that always makes a little bit of room there when he gets in. Just powerful in that contact area, finds a way between a couple people, gets those extra couple of meters.
You're in front of the 22.
Looks like a long kick coming in.
You're on.
It's going to find ground. It is going to find a Rams back 3 player. And the Rams on the attack now down the right-hand side of the field. They are looking forward. Hudson Lee.
Get onside, retreat, 2, 1, you're offsides,
not
1.
His best option there, but they are
Now
onside.
you're on.
As Smith comes up. Peter, take that one. But well held there.
Get out of there.
The Fordham Rams. It's Ian Aroni. Haven't seen too much of him taking that one
Right
down.
there. Yep,
See
no,
where the
you got
penalty
caught in your
goes here.
feet. Can't
Player
do that, 8.
not releasing from
8, come here, please.
Brown.
Hey, 10.
We got a little scuffle going on here, just silliness. Estevez already going to talk to Tom Barrio, and Tom Barrio says that's too much.
Mark, here's the numbers.
And it's a 10-minute break for the number 8 for Brown.
You know, John, that's something that you can't afford to do at this level. This could give a little life back to Fordham. And with Estevez playing as hard as he is, his big, strong run, big tackles, that's going to be a devastating loss for the next 10 minutes for the Brown Bears.
Here's your mark right here. Take a step. I'm in the tunnel. Okay.
Ball up under the attention of Corbett, but the Rams
offside,
able to come down with it. Cortabaria
7 offsides.
really got in the middle there. And big pressure coming on. Blitz defenses from this Brown Bears. The referee
Offside 7.
says it was offsides. And
Cortabaria was definitely pushing that line on that one time, John.
Like all good flankers do.
Absolutely. Not a bad penalty in this situation. They're up by 30 points.
30 points ahead. Just want to take that time off the clock. Big physical game they had last week. You know, they need some rest time before they continue into the playoffs here. As we take another look at it, there was Cortabaria there, just a little bit offsides.
See me, buddy. Yeah. Right there. Good.
Gonna tail the line out, go to Rams. Ball into the middle of the field. Nice tackle there that time from Cortabaria.
Great coach by Brown.
And that tackle by Cortabaria to set the stage for it. Just gets him by the shoelaces. You're absolutely right.
Great decision to go for that ball in that area. Threat zone for Fordham.
Ball finds touch for Brown on that penalty. They're going to have a line out just inside the Fordham half here. Do the Bears. And again, just taking their time. Get that 10 minutes wound down.
Oh, I'm not here.
Another look here.
Take a step.
Great take by Fordham.
Right here. There you go. Thanks.
Real quick ball. He was isolated. Nobody was over the top. Allows Brown to come in and poach that ball nice and clean. Just no questions about that one.
Just Cortabaria on those shoelaces there.
Get out of his arm.
Maul coming from the Bears.
It's a maul! Maul!
And players just rolling out of the back of it there, and they're going to try to keep this going. They do. Turn into a bit of a mess. Corbett has to wrap around the back. What's Corbett going to do? He's going to look for a runner. Eventually have to take that one down.
Up.
Good counter ruck coming in from the Rams.
No, they're not. That is.
And penalty
That's off your
now
feet. Yep,
coming
no, not you,
against the
him.
Rams as they came in there. Players just came
24
off their
off
feet. Never know what's going to happen in those pileups.
They're getting a little frenetic because they know the pressure's on.
Keep your mouth shut.
They got to get something on the board here with this sin bin here in the next 5 minutes.
That one down to the corner and not finding touch. Fordham going to return it for a little bit of a territorial advantage, but still a line on here for Brown outside the 22. We're about 15 minutes gone in this second half. Again, 38-8. One man down are the Brown Bears. Attacking line out here.
Hats off to Fordham. You know, Brown came in the first 5-6 minutes and put the torch to him. They've held steady for the last 10.
Little line out work there from the Bears, from the Rams. Sorry, takes the ball away.
Tackle!
And it is Fordham ball here.
Stay here.
They need to take advantage of this sin bin period. Brown comes in, tries to steal that one. Moraes is looking back in this direction. Ball up there, good pressure from this Brown defense, pushing them back on their own line.
That's a maul!
You know, John, Brown's down a man in the front, and they've still got LaSigneur and the backside in the fullback look like Henry Hudson playing cover. That's a very smart attack. That gives a lot of faith in those guys up front.
Yeah, they certainly are prepared for this. Coach LaFlamme thinks these things through, and you want LaSigneur back there. He's an offensive threat for them. And he's a tremendous kicker, as is Hudson Lee. Get the ball back there. They're going to find some space.
It makes it very difficult for the Fordham Rams to relieve pressure.
Yes. As we're taking a look at the pressure here that turns it over.
How much time on the card? Don't worry about it. Play the game. Are you the captain? All right, we'll do it after next time, okay? How much time is the yellow? 5 minutes.
Brown, scrum.
A lot.
Dylan Lewis to
Crouch!
feed it. Corbett now at the tail of the right spot here.
Set!
In the absence of Estevez, that one comes down.
One, you're going in, okay? At that angle, you slipped and went that way, okay? Let's move over this way, guys. I'm mic'd up. That was him. I'm just mic'd up, okay? Please stop. So your mom's not going to be happy on that.
Another look at the scrum here. A little muddy, big rains coming through this part of the world yesterday.
Come on, boys.
It was a beautiful day here today. Just a bit of mud underfoot.
Crouch!
Interesting setup here by Brown to have the flanker on the tight head side here.
Right here.
I think that they would be looking to go weak. Nice
kick.
Quick pick, but now we have a free kick to...
Doesn't happen there. Referee sees an infraction from the Bears. It's going to be a Rams...
It's a free kick.
Free kick here, so short arm penalty. See what they decide to do here. It kicks us to touch. It's not their line out.
That's fine.
So high into the sun they go. well taken there
Advantage.
by the Bears in the
Advantage.
mud.
High
Dyer
tackle.
has to launch himself forward, but they're okay.
Didn't lower himself. That's what
There
happened.
is the ball to
Offsides again.
the workhorse Cortabaria.
Offsides. Offsides. Outside the
Dylan
22.
Lewis
Well, yeah, of
was
course
looking
you
to
are.
kick
You're
that
right here.
one, but a penalty against for an offsides on the Rams.
Right there.
JT Dyer takes a lot of the kicking duties for this team. The outside center moves that one on. The Brown faithful cheering on some of their alumni here for this playoff game. Very exciting things happening around this Brown team as Coach
Need a ball.
LaFlamme has built it up over these past few years
Stop.
with some great
Okay.
recruiting, great
Thank you.
players coming in,
Yep, I see
great
him.
style of play. Doesn't hurt to have Eddie O'Sullivan as your technical director helping you to come in.
Not one bit. No, not a little bit.
Former Irish national team coach, former U.S. coach. Corbett can't get a hold of that one. Fordham comes up with it.
Get onside. Get out of there. I saw him. Get onside.
Ball out looking for some runners. Does not find them. Finds Campbell O'Connor. And Campbell O'Connor, as you were hoping he would, Carrick Pell, finds the try zone. 5 points to the good. Big pickoff right there.
He put in a lot of work this half to get that big chocolate. Nice try.
Take another look.
Wasn't offside.
Big counter here from Brown. Just basically your typical pick 6 here, or as we should say, pick 5.
Big 5.
Anywhere I walk out, that's the
The
line.
angle
okay?
here for Lansanor as time rolls on. Just about 20 minutes gone. In this second half, Marvel Field, Providence, Rhode Island, Brown University taking the lead here.
Penalty, so
That's not painful enough. They've got Estevez coming back on here in the next minute or so.
But imagine as we hit this last quarter, Coach LaFlamme will want to make a few changes here, keep some of these guys fresh from next week. They did travel to Dartmouth last week for the win. They're at home this week, and should they win this, which it looks like they're headed in that direction, most likely headed to Penn State for a playoff game next week. And
15 minutes.
Lansanor finds it. We're at 45-8.
15 minutes.
That's going to be a big weekend.
15.
Absolutely. Penn
Hopefully
State
some of the
Penn State just traditionally one of the powerhouses in rugby
36
in the
seconds.
United States. Great program down there. Justin Hunley, their coach, is building a good thing as well down there, and just continuing there. And Brown is up and comer. Should be exciting.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting weekend for Brown.
And there's a try scorer, O'Connor. There's
I see it.
the
It's good. Stay
groundhog
there.
for
That's good.
Gion.
That's good.
Was
Advantage.
able to get it. Ball slips forward out of one of their players' hands. That was Matt Mitchell.
Another scrum
Back
advantage.
here for that knock on and the scrum.
Yep. Yellow up.
And Estevez returns.
Here's your mark.
Back to full strength. Scored shorthanded, did the Brown Bears. And the Rams need an answer here.
Just a little excited getting through that gap. Before he caught the ball, he was looking for the grass.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Pressure coming on
Ball's
now
out.
from the Brown Bears, but good scrum from the Rams. Little switch back in there, little double switch coming around. Good work by those backs from the Fordham Rams. And trying to move the ball wide, trying to throw the kitchen sink at them as time's starting to run against them here. They get the ball to the width. Good cover by the Brown defense.
That's clean.
And turned over. Tremendous work out on the width there for the Bears. The referee
Stop.
has
Hold on.
gone to the assistant referee.
Over
I
here.
believe it's just ball rolled in a
Was he on
touch
the
over
ground
there.
playing that ball?
See whose line out it's going to be, or
He was on his feet. He went for the ball.
they're
then he fell as he was
conferring are the
getting ball.
referees.
Okay. Yep. That's fine. Yep. Playing a line out.
Do you want me to stretch you?
Line out.
That was a great line taken by Patrick Stack. Unfortunately, we haven't seen enough of him today.
Yeah, we
Brown
haven't
ball.
seen too much of them today. Well marshaled
your
by
mark right
this
here.
Brown team. Quite a player stack.
Brown, let's go.
Scored really an individual try the last time these two teams played. Brown was starting to get up on points a little bit.
Take a
and
step
Stack
back.
just saw space.
Fordham, look at the line, Judge.
30, 40 meters, said, all right, we got to get things going here. We got to get things rolling. Real inspirational player for this team.
Advantage.
But
right here,
not
taking
having
the arm.
too much of the ball today as Lon
Scrum
Sanur gets a
advantage.
hold of it. Ball to Court to
penalty
Baria.
advantage.
That's their go-to guy. He bounces off a one.
He plays another 50, 60 pounds heavier than he actually is.
See what happens here.
It's hard to explain. Just a tremendous player as the ball rolls in a touch. We're going to come back.
Go back here for the line out,
for
grabbing
a
the guy's
penalty
arm.
back here. Brown did not gain any advantage.
Thank you. Nope, it's a penalty. Back 10.
Another look
Yeah,
at
you
it
can't
there.
grab the guy's
A little
arm.
messy on this side of the field. Just can't quite handle it. Ball rolls in a
Knock
touch.
it on, it would have been down there, you know? Right there.
But a penalty against Fordham.
Right
JT Dyer happy to take his time and wind down the clock.
I didn't say anything. It's him. Look at the line judge down there, okay? Okay. Time off. All of us.
Line out for Brown just inside their
Stay
own
right here.
half. Player from Fordham getting some
Stay right
attention
here.
here, but they're going to play
Hey,
on.
Mark the line. Mark the line.
So your referee Barrio is going to hold up until a player just gets patched up here.
Are you hurt? Are you okay? Well, we don't have 5 minutes. You got literally 30 seconds, okay? And then we're going to play on, okay? No. Okay, let's go.
That man
fine, just
Stack,
get tape.
Pat Stack, all taken care of by the tremendous
Alex,
physio
set the line
staff
right
here
there.
at Brown.
Alex. Hold on. Okay, hold it. Okay,
Brown.
here we go.
Up to
fine.
Corbett. Lansanor going to go around the back this time to Grant. Campbell O'Connor is going to step through the middle. Dyer is going to shuffle one off there. The hands of Pete Smith. Smith breaks through a couple. Smith gets across the 40-meter line. Brown's going to have to clean this
Can't
one
do
out.
that.
And
Play the
they
game. Can't
have
got to play the man. Advantage 24.
penalty advantage here as Cortabaria gets through. Lewis to Lansanor. They've got
Still
runners out
advantage.
here. Corbett loves these wide spaces. Can't find a target that time, but gets it away, and they continue to move forward to Brown. They've got lots of runners out here to the right-hand side. Forgione.
Okay. No advantage. We're going back over here to the penalty.
They're going to come back for a penalty.
I'll get there. I'm not
And
there
they're
yet.
Go quick. Oh, referee is not going to
Here
let
you
him go
go.
quick. Wasn't quite at the
I'm gonna
mark
wait
there.
till I get there.
So we'll be
On the
Dylan
touch,
Lewis
Judge.
hanging onto the ball against the JT Dyer.
24, playing a
Dyer.
man without a ball. Can't do that.
Good with the boot.
24.
Smart move here to go for touch. Give another few minutes off the clock. Wind it down a bit. And you got a good, solid attacking platform. Something that you can build off of for next week.
Tried to ruck a guy that wasn't even in the ruck.
Yeah, just over 10 minutes to go here, about 12, 13 minutes to go.
You don't do that.
With this score line 45-8. You know, it's one of those
11
times,
minutes.
Derek, I think both teams kind of realize where this game is headed. 12
Absolutely.
minutes is a lot
On
of
the
time
line.
for Fordham to make this up. And, you know, this will most likely be the end of their season in the fall. And you know, Brown has to keep something
Down.
for next week, obviously.
Move!
Playing a powerhouse like Penn State. But
Get
here comes the
onside,
ball
Ford.
from the Brown
That's a-
Bears.
that's a ruck.
It's
Get onside.
splinters.
There you
They
go.
break
Back.
away. Lewis
Get on, get on.
gets it out there to Lansanor. Lansanor gets to Campbell O'Connor. He takes it
You're off your feet. You're off
from
your
under
feet.
the legs, knocks him and upends
Get
him.
back, 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 back.
Going to get it again. Goes very wide with that pass. There's Estevez. Estevez puts a long looper in there into the hands of that man, Duncan Grant. Duncan Grant looking back in. Duncan Grant scores another. He's in the try zone. And Duncan Grant extends the lead here for this team. Grant from Brookline, Massachusetts, went to Belmont High School.
Opens that up to 50-8 with the conversion attempt to come. You know, early in the game, John, we had a penalty count at half of 12-6 in favor of Brown, and it is absolutely flipped over on its head. Fordham making some fatigue decisions.
I didn't see the
It's
jump.
really is wearing down on them.
Okay, all right. 14. I'll do my job, okay? I didn't see it, all right? Yeah, I didn't see it.
Kick to come here.
Anytime here.
Lonsanur to take this one.
On this replay, you're just seeing some Brown playing some open ball, good quality skill from the backs and forwards together.
Game speed, skill, open channels. Why this is where they love to play.
They really link up very well.
Mind you, they're missing a couple of players this week who should be back for next week. Is William Zeller, very powerful inside center, and Dan Archer, tight head prop, South African, really anchors that scrum incredibly well. He would have been itching to get in.
Well, you know, you also had Peter Smith, who's slated to start out at number 9, go to the wing and bring in Dylan Lewis, who's done a phenomenal job of running the show today.
And at 52
8 minutes.
points for the Brown Bears here in the second half.
8 minutes.
Coach LaFlamme is almost ready to crack a smile as the game wears on here.
I think I heard a little chuckle.
Make some changes late in this game. Cortabaria goes up for that one. Brown at their own 40-meter line, have some runners coming here.
Go around me.
Lonsanur, they go wide to Hudson Lee. Hudson Lee finds a runner in Campbell O'Connor. Campbell O'Connor, he gets through a couple, gets it taken down eventually, was trying to open up the outside there for Smith. Now the ball's to Estevez. Estevez absolutely trucks a player. I don't think I've used that word in a while, but what a tremendous work there. Lonsanur caught some traffic.
That 10-minute gap, that 10-minute rest gave him a little extra push.
It's fine.
And a ball
up. That's fine.
messy
That's
here,
clean.
but turned over by Fordham. Fordham inside their own 40. See some space in the back there, which there was plenty of. Grant coming back on it. Grant gets a hold of that. Grant looking to the outside, hands off one. Grant across the 50. Grant to the 40, chips it ahead. He's chasing onto it. They've got some runners here. Can Grant get to it?
No,
Grant has tried to scoop it up. Ball's bobbled forward. See what the referee is going to call here. He's got a card out for somebody.
You're off. I know what you did.
And I believe it is a Brown player. I would imagine it's for a kind of push off the ball there, Carrick.
I don't know how that would be a yellow, but maybe we'll see it on a replay here.
And Fordham a chance to clear their lines. And have not done. Great work by Dyer there to keep it in. Lonsanur gets that one away. Hudson Lee, he is quick. Here's Campbell O'Connor, ball out there to the wing. Smith making some good runs here.
Keep your feet. Let him go.
Ball
All
out
sides,
the middle of the
24.
field, short-handed again. Dyer puts that one up under the try post, excuse me. Mixing up all my words here late in the game. Ball pops over there. We're going to come back here for
24
a penalty
offsides.
against Fordham.
Oh, they got subs coming on. It's 6 minutes. Here's your mark. What are you doing? Make a chant. Captain, what are you doing? Okay.
Players having quite a debate
go ahead.
here, as Ivy League students are wont to do occasionally, about what to do with that ball. And the discussion ends in JT Dyer pushing one towards the sideline, and they're going to go for another 5 points.
Yeah, they don't have the guy anymore.
Here you go. Here's your mark right here.
Good call here. They are missing a winger.
There's one thing you can definitely say about this Brown team. They're
do?
technically,
Thank you. Okay,
their
good.
individual skills
We got like
across the
5
board,
minutes
but they are
left, so
definitely the
it
more
doesn't matter.
fit team of the day.
Yeah, fitness is definitely up there for them. And late in a game like this,
Goal
with a
line
lead
drop.
like this, you feel like having a go. I mean, Fordham
5
is,
meters.
you know,
Get
this
back
is a
to
tough
5
time
meters.
for them.
I know.
That new goal line dropout rule this year.
Yep. See what they decide to do with this. Ball has to go 5 meters on it. Hangs up into the wind for Lansanur. Lansanur gets the ball to Matt Mitchell. Mitchell.
Get on sides. All offside.
Drafting group of this team.
All
Ford
offsides.
Jones gets a hold of it. Penalty advantage against Fordham here. Let's see what happens. Hudson Lee finds some space. Gets the ball up there. That's Campbell O'Connor again. Little kick ahead, but we're going to come back for no advantage.
Offsides
An
again.
offsides penalty against the Fordham Rams right in front. We'll see
Captain,
what
here's your mark, please.
the debate turns into this time and where they decide to
2
go.
in a row. 2 in a row. Okay, talk to your team. Next one's a yellow. Guys, we have 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. Hold on, no, I'm talking to them. Hold on. What? The whole team, three people, okay? Get back. He has a second to talk to his team. 13, are you ready? Okay, here you go, perfect.
And they're going to keep working on these lineouts as Dyer puts another one off to the side.
Grinding that clock down a bit.
Yeah, certainly are. Can't be. It's about 5
3
minutes
minutes.
left, I suppose.
Here you go. Here's your mark.
Before we go into referees
Yeah,
time.
take a step over here.
52-8 here.
Yeah, right about there. That's good. 3 minutes left.
Ball up to Brown. They're
And
gonna come
down. That's a
down.
ball.
Ali Corbett has been replaced. Give him a little bit of a rest, and here comes the power. Everly at the back there.
Tackle. Stay here.
Senior would love a try
Stay
here,
here.
but they're going to move
Thank
it a
you.
little wider.
That's a high tackle. Advantage. Number
Here we
7.
come from
High
Lewis.
tackle.
Lansanur. Looking for some space. A couple little jump steps there. They're going to keep coming off to the side, see if they have the runners. Ball back in to the big fella. And referee
Number 7, high tackle.
Penalty here. And it was Omar Al-Jandari nearly took that one
Here. 7. That was a high tackle. That's not you. It's a team one. Off, please. 2 minutes. It's over here. 2 minutes. Back 10. Back on the line.
I didn't quite catch the number, but it looks like referee
No.
Tom Beirut sent off
On the line.
Ram for a 10-minute
You want a
nap.
scrum? Is that what you want?
in. And that'll be him done for the rest of
Scrum.
the game.
Here you go. Here's your mark.
And Brown has called for a scrum here.
Here we go. Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. Collapsed.
That one went down really quickly there, so we're going to bring it back. As we're winding down in the second half
Last
here,
play.
beautiful Marvel Field.
Last
Looks
play.
like Brown will be moving forward into the
Almost.
National
Yep.
Collegiate
By the
Rugby
time you guys get
NCR
settled, time will
Playoffs,
expired.
taking on
Okay.
Penn State.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Hold. That's a penalty here. That's it.
Number 2
Pushing,
against
trying to
the
bring it
Bears
down.
that time. Something wrong in the front row there. Referee Barrio was not too excited about. Fordham a late chance here. That one's going to find touch, so just inside their own 40-meter line. The Rams on
Time
the
is
attack.
expired. Last play. Unless there's a penalty.
As we're right at the 2-minute mark left in this game of the game clock. Remember, the referee has referee's time for any injuries and such, so he is the ultimate arbiter of time. Replacement hooker for
Time's
Fordham.
expired.
Puts a messy one in there, winds up in Eberly's hands. Eberly, the senior hooker, decides he's going to kick that one forward, and we're not going to need that referee's time because that's it from Marvel Field here in Providence, Rhode Island. It looks like the Brown Bears are moving forward into the NCR playoffs. Unlucky for Fordham.
Oh, that wasn't you. There was a
Last
high
thoughts
tackle
here,
over there.
Carrick Pell.
Brown
You're
kept,
yellow.
once they got through that first 5-6 minutes of frenetic,
okay?
chaotic
You're yellow.
rugby,
That was
coming
a
off
team
their
call.
little
I warned you
high
twice.
from last
You got
weekend, they
offside.
settled in and played some strong rugby all day.
There you heard it from the guru himself, Carrick Pell, here to tell you what rugby's all about. It is final score 52-8. The Brown Bears are moving to the playoffs.
Yeah, I do.
For
Yeah.
Vin and David, our
Thank you.
camera crew, for Ryan Ginty, our producer and director at
Great
Next
job,
Level
Alex.
Rugby, for
you so
Carrick
much.
Pell,
Appreciate
this is John Broker, and we will see you at
have,
the next rugby game.
10, 20, 40, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah.